Welcome back to the Rogers McHugh YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us today. Don't forget to make sure that you're hitting subscribe on the channel and liking the video. Slight change today. Luckily for you guys, it's not just myself. We had a new starter last week, as I mentioned in the previous video. Maddy McGuire's joined our permanent team, so I thought it'd be a good opportunity to introduce Maddy and just go through a bit of a Q&A with her, so you guys get to see a little bit about the team that we're building at Rogers McHugh as well. So, are we ready?
Yeah.
Great. So I suppose the first question, why did you get into recruitment? What was it that drove you into recruitment?
So I was in market research originally, and I did bits and bobs of recruitment within that, and I enjoyed speaking to people, being on the phones. So when it came to looking for a new job, I saw recruitment, and there was quite a clear progression path as well, which I like the sound of. You can go to principal, consultant, managerial, and there's money to be made as well. So that's what kind of made me go into that.
And a little bit more focused on us as a business, what was it that attracted you to Rogers McHugh? Obviously, we had a couple of conversations and sort of interviews prior to you starting. What was it that attracted you to Rogers McHugh over sort of the other agencies that are out there?
Yeah, so I know you're obviously a smaller company. There's only, eight or so about...
Nine consultants at the minute, yeah.
9 at the minute. And I thought it would be better to go into a smaller company. I think you get better looked after in a smaller company. And just in terms of growth, which is what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you would help me progress, which is exactly what I wanted to do. So I thought this would be perfect.
Great stuff. And I suppose quite early in you, a week and a half into the role, but what's the best thing so far in terms of the company, I suppose?
Yeah, I mean, the people are really welcoming. We'll get to the pub on a Friday. It's nice just to decompress, have a little rant.
Yeah.
And everyone's just been so lovely and welcoming. And just in terms of training, I feel like I've got that kind of one-to-one which I needed, which I didn't get previously. And also I got 4 interviews last week, which I didn't expect.
Absolutely. Well, I was just going to come on to what your best achievement is.
It's definitely say that.
Obviously that, it was a great start to your career with us, and to get 4 interviews in your first week, even as an experienced consultant, it's pretty impressive. So to do that coming into a new business, because it was internal recruitment that you did previously, so slight change in sort of mentality, I suppose, and a little bit different in terms of how you operate. So to come in with no candidate pool and to hit the ground running and get 4 interviews is certainly pretty impressive. So very well done there. I'd definitely say that's a good achievement.
Yeah, definitely.
So looking forward, we're just to timestamp it for everybody. We're in end of November, beginning of December, when we're filming this. What are you hoping to achieve in 2023? What does that look like for you? Have you given that any thought as of yet?
Definitely. I think I'm quite career driven, so I definitely want to progress within a company. I'm not the type of person to, switch between a lot of them. I want to progress either to a principal consultant or kind of a managerial role, obviously depending on, I'm still new to it, depending on what, which way I end up going. Make good money, obviously get a placement, which I haven't got yet. Hopefully that'll happen soon. And just progress and learn so much more.
So you've probably answered some of this already, but what are you actually hoping to get out of your career with Rogers McHugh?
So I think skills wise, communication. I want to be better at communicating with people, whether that be on the phone or in person. So meeting clients, that'd be good to start meeting clients really soon. Problem solving, you have to do a lot of that. Think fast in recruitment. So I think that would be good, both of them, to take out of work as well. And then just to make some money, I'm young, I want to get a house, I want to do all of that, and you need to work hard to do it, so I'm ready to do that. Yeah,
no, absolutely. So I suppose finally, if there's anybody watching that might be considering recruitment as a career, might think it'd be a good industry to go into, maybe they're in sales at the minute, maybe they're not in sales, maybe they're just thinking that recruitment may be a path for them to get into, what advice would you give somebody that's watching that may see recruitment as a potential career opportunity for themselves?
Yeah, I'd say have a good look around. There's so many companies out there, and you've got to find the right one for you, which I feel like I have found. I think training's really important, so just make sure you look for that. And make sure the company does give you a good structure, especially when you're starting out. You need that. If you're in sales already, that's perfect. Like skills wise, it's so transferable.
Absolutely.
And just go for it. Like there's complete career progression within most companies, and you can work your way up really quickly.
How would you find out about the companies in terms of, you say that you need to find the right one for you. How would you go about maybe researching them to find that out? Because it can be quite difficult, it can be a minefield.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think social media is a big one.
Okay.
And also reviews on like Glassdoor and Google and things like that, because I feel like that's where you get the insight into what it's actually
true
like.
answers,
exactly, like social media, you can see their office, you can see the people, you can see what they do on a daily basis, and reviews, you can get a proper insight into, you know, what it's like from someone inside, which I think is so important.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, look, I really appreciate you doing this. I know it's not easy getting on the camera
No worries.
And obviously being sort of bombarded with questions, so I think you've done very well. Like I say, if you are watching and you are considering a career in recruitment, there's some great advice there, but I wanted to do this a little bit more often, introduce you to the team, see what the team's about, rather than it just be me on a weekly basis giving you the videos with my interpretation of what recruitment's like, because it's different for everybody. So episode 1 of Meet the Team has been done, so thank you very much for that, Maddy. Make sure you like the video. If there is any comments that you want to leave, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel for the upcoming videos that are released every Sunday at 8 o'clock.